मेरा ऐसा एक भी श्रीमद् भागवतम क्लास नहीं है जहाँ पे मैंने उनका साइट रेफर नहीं किया और मैंने क्लास दिया है. सो एनी टाइम आई हैव टू गिव क्लास, आई हैव टू रेफर टू दैट साइट. बहुत सुंदर आर्टिकल्स है एंड हाउ टू प्रैक्टिस श्रीमद् भागवतम इन आवर डे टू डे लाइफ. So he has been an instrumental in coming up with that website, and बहुत सारे जो articles है Prabhu ji has himself written. They have come up with a very beautiful book. I have one volume of it. I have want to take another volume of it. Srimad Bhagavatam in practice. तो I would अभी वो book शायद नहीं लेके हैं. अनुराग प्रभु के पास है. I can. So these are some books published by him, very beautiful articles on Srimad Bhagavatam, very practical also, day to day life में कैसे implement कर सके Srimad Bhagavatam. Like this is I think the latest volume, Srimad Bhagavatam in practice. I would highly recommend, अगर किसी को एक कॉपी चाहिए तो अनुराग प्रभु से कांटेक्ट कीजिए. अनुराग प्रभु लेके आए हैं आज. मतलब even if you want to give a Bhagavatam class, these are very beautiful, helpful. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We welcome His Grace Kalachakra Prabhu by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Shri Baldev Prabhu, okay to speak in English now? Pretty much everybody. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I saw Natur Prabhu somewhere. Where is he? Natur Prabhu? I just saw him. Okay, no worries. Hare Krishna Prabhu's Mataji's. Such a wonderful morning. For devotees, there is no difference between Monday and Sunday. Especially at least till 9 o'clock. Right? Okay, that's fine. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Vrajajanaranjana Jaya Vrajajanaranjana Jaya Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya जय यमुनतिरावनचारी जय कुंज विहारी जय जय यमुनतिरावनचारी जय कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय जय यशोदनन्दन जय व्रज जनरञ्जन जय व्रज जनरञ्जन जय जय यमुनतिरवनचारी जय कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय श्री श्री गौरनिताय की जय ग्रंथराज श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय निता गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि 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 बोल वांछाकल्पतरु कृपासन भविष्यपतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी Hare Krishna Prabhu's Mataji. We are reading from 2.7.26 Bhagavatam. Beautiful set of shlokas. This entire chapter is amazing chapter. On top of it, we are starting on a particular important section which is having this 10 shlokas which are exclusively on Lord Krishna's pastimes. Before that we saw all the other pastimes, you would have seen those one by one. And ideally, actually, Sri Baldev Prabhu was take today's class, and I mean, some magic he did, and he swapped his class with mine because there was some little clash there around the Saturday, Sunday thing. So, anyway, so these 10 shlokas are really amazing. Actually, earlier when we used to have our Maharaj used to train us, Param Puja Hosam Maharaj, when he used to train us, he would tell us that those who feel that those who have not read Bhagavatam in a sequence, and those who find that, they say, we are not qualified to read the 10th canto yet, like that, for them, this is the 10th canto squeezed in 10 shlokas. The entire 10th canto is inside these 10 shlokas, right? We have many such sections like that in Bhagavatam. The first canto, in the 15th chapter, entire Mahabharata is squeezed into some 10, 12 shlokas, right? And then in first canto, 8th chapter Bhagavatam, if you see, this is Bhagavatam in 10 shlokas. There is also Bhagavatam in one shloka. The entire 10th canto. I mean, the 10th canto is in these 10 shlokas. The entire 10th canto is squeezed into one shloka. Does any of you know what that shloka is? All of you know that shloka, though. All of you know that shloka. It's in the first canto. Exactly. It's a Kunti prayers. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya cha, Nanda Gopakumaraya, Govindaya, Namo Namaha. In this, all the 90 chapter pastimes are inside this only through the names. When you say Devaki Nandanaya cha, Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya cha, Nanda Gopakumara is all Vrindavan pastimes. Right? Vasudeva and Devaki Nandana is Mathura and Dwarka pastimes. Anything left over is Krishna first. And Govindaya again, he does grazing the cows, and he's doing that Indra, Govardhan pastime, and so many other things. So all the 90 chapters are squeezed into this one shloka. So if you chant this one shloka, you have chanted the entire 10th canto. Similarly, these 10 shlokas, these 10 shlokas, the entire 10th canto is squeezed into it. So that is how Bhagavatam is. You can explain it in one shloka also. You can explain it in 18,000 shlokas also. And that, even 18,000 is not enough. It can be even more than that. So when Maharaj used to teach us, he would tell us, take these 10, 11 shlokas and make sure you meditate on them completely, and put nice notes on each of the incarnation pastimes. And when you read the 10th canto, you can go from here to there. Each of these shlokas will relate to or map to another, the entire story. So there will be nice correlation between these two. This is how we should cross-reference Bhagavatam, and this is how all the different points, like it's like the jigsaw puzzle we have, right? All the pieces are there. You put together and form a nice shape. So it comes out like that. So just wanted to give a little precursor before we start this journey on these 10 shlokas. Maybe in 10 days these 10 shlokas will be completed, and we feel like we have covered the 10th canto. But it's not, of course, it is just a curtain raiser, we say, no? It's a trailer. So after that, when you go deep into the 10th canto, it's even more sweeter. But we have to qualify ourselves. Maharaj said that before going to 10th canto, we should chant 64 rounds. Every day you want to read 10th canto, you should chant 64 rounds and then go. I know the meaning of this laughter. It is not a happy laughter. It is that, bach gaya bhaiya. Now we have, for this you don't have to do 64 rounds. This you can do with 16 rounds. But minimum 16. So, this is how Krishna and Prabhupada are so merciful, that they have given the, backdoor entry. We don't have the qualification, but the backdoor entry to this, transcendental and secret, sublime and secret pastimes, which we are not qualified for, but we are still given that backdoor entry. So we will try to meditate on this. It's beautifully sung in the we sing the Brahma Samhita, no? Brahma Samhita, that chanda, it is called Vasanta Tilakam. That chanda, it is called Vasanta Tilakam. Nice, beautiful name, you know. Krishna has that Kasturi Tilakam, no? When we put on Tilakam itself, we look good, we look nice. You know, people immediately, the moment they see you, inside they don't see, outside only they see. But the moment they see outside of our external features only, they say that, hey, you look so divine, isn't it? Without the tilak, it's like, it is said in, there is a thing in South, the scriptures are there, no? On that they say that a forehead without the tilak mark is like a crematorium. Funeral ground. Funeral ground, what you will do, right? So it's always nice to put on nice tilak. You should have the mark, no? If possible, wherever we can do. In the office they are, or any other place they are restricting. Like you go to the Middle East, there are a lot of restrictions. So we don't have to wear there. We don't have to show that, you know, I am this thing. So this tilaka is not a show off. It's to put it on so that we remember it, right? We remember Krishna. So even when we put this tilak, it will look very nice. But when Krishna is putting on tilak, how much more beautiful he is, right? So that's why it's called Vasanta Tilakam. This is like Krishna's forehead. You see the tilak, no? It's like that. So we sing this beautifully. There are different ways to sing it. The raga can be different, but the chanda will be only one. It's called Vasanta Tilakam. It has 14 aksharas. So if you count the number of aksharas only, you can identify which chanda to sing. Many of you know that, I think. There are a few things, but in Bhagavatam there are 28 different chandas are there. Bhagavad Gita only has 2 or 3 variations. We know that our Sarvadharman Parityaja types 1 and Kavim Puranam Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivishto, that is the second one. Slight variations will be there, but it's not to worry much about it. But here this Vasanta Tilakam is not there in all other places. When our prayers have to be sung, they are all in either Vasanta Tilakam or in that Upajati, the other meter. So this Vasanta Tilakam thing is always used. Prahlada Maharaj's prayers are in this. Dhruva Maharaj's prayers are in this. Brahmaji's prayers are in this. And then even so many prayers, you can keep on going in that list. So when you sing this, while singing itself, without even knowing the meaning, you will enjoy it. And the moment you enjoy it, you have already realized it, that's all. Understanding there's no need for understanding. Only enjoy. How many of us know how to make rasgullas? But we all enjoy, isn't it? So there is no need for everybody to know how to make rasgullas. If one person knows how to make rasgullas, he can feed thousands of people. So why waste time? Just enjoy. Bhog. We say bhog. No? So this is just enjoy. So this we should enjoy first. So it's there in the screen, so I'll just read fully, line fully. Bhume sure taravarutha vimarditayaha. See, so nice it is. The Vedic mantras are chanted in this meter, no? So nice it is. When you sing, early morning when you sing, there is no better way of connecting with Krishna than this divine sound vibration. Let's do a little louder. Let people know that there is something major happening here, outside. Only some of us may be here, but then the louder we sing, they will say something major thing is happening here, and they will also come to see what's happening. I mean to say, even if 4 people are there, if we sing in unison, no, it will feel like 100 people are singing. That is how the effect is, the synergy, you know. Bhume sure taravaruta vimardhitayaha. Klesha vyayaya kalaya sita Krishna keshaha. Jatah karishyati jananupalakshya margaha. Karmani chatma mahimo panibandhanani. Govindamadi tamaham bhajami. So a little more louder the next time, okay? You will see how we can fare now. Bhume sure taravaruta vimardhitaya. Kleshavyayaya kalayashita Krishna keshaha. Jatah karishyati jananupalakshya margaha. Karmani chatma mahimo upanibandhanani. Bhume sure taravarutha vimarditaya. Kleshavyayaya kalayasita Krishna keshaha. Jatah karishyati jananupalakshya margaha. Karmani chatma mahimo panibandhanani. When you say the last line, you can add a little bit more gamakam to it. Karmani chatma mahimo. There Krishna will dance. Upanibandhanani. Oh, Upanibandhanani. Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So very nice, huh? See how nice Krishna has given this beautiful meters, and to enjoy. You don't know a single word, still you will enjoy it. That is why I told you how sweet these slokas are. Whichever way you sing, whichever sloka you take, meditate on it. How the aksharas. See, the words are called not alphabets; they are called aksharas. They are called aksharas. Kshara means fallible. Akshara means infallible. We know that 13th chapter, no? Kshara, Akshara, that Akshara Param Brahma, Akshara Brahma, we say that Krishna is infallible Lord, right? So Akshara means infallible. If we want to be infallible, we have to be Akshara. The more you meditate on each Akshara, you will be Akshara. The more you skip the Akshara, you will become Kshara. Fallible. So many times we do this, isn't it? We want to jump to English and purport. Okay, some point here, some point there, some point there. Okay, Prabhupada Jai, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Let's move on. Prabhupada sitting there and laughing. Man, if that is the case, I would not have put the sloka there. I would not have put the diacritic mark for you. See how merciful Prabhupada is. He knows we will all be lazy bums going forward. As the Kali Yuga, not we, I mean to say, in the Kali Yuga as it progresses. So nobody will be eager to go through the aksharas, the Sanskrit aksharas. My Guru Maharaj used to say that, man, just simply look at it. By looking at the Devanagari, that Sanskrit script, you will be purified, you will say. Don't even know, you don't need to know. Just look at it with your eyes. You have eyes, no. Vision is there, no. Look at that akshara. You may not know whatever it is like written in different code, I don't understand. But just looking at it, you will be purified hundreds of times. And then you would say about another beautiful thing, you would say that these Sanskrit slokas, the hypnotic effect of these Sanskrit shlokas, verses, are inevitably lost when translated into other languages. He said this. He was a Sanskrit scholar, so he knew how difficult it was to translate this. And he said that Prabhupada gave life to this dead English language. Otherwise, this language is a dead language. And he gave life by translating that. And the diacritic marks is given. You have to just only know there's dot under yes, then dash over yes. That little bit few things only, a dash over I like that. That's all. That few things, for that also there is a guide given in the last page of our Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. How much more he can spoon feed, man? We have to just open our mouth, that's all. He just spoon feeding so much. So you don't know Sanskrit, Devanagari, forget about it. Just use the diacritics and read from there. Once I was reading from when I was sitting with Maharaj and we were reading, and then I was reading, of course there was hardly any flaws there. So Maharaj was thinking I was reading from Devanagari. Usually I know the Devanagari thing, I can read from there, but for faster reading, I thought I would read from the English part, the diacritic part. Maharaj looked at me and said, hey, you know you know how to sing the Sanskrit, right? You know how to read the Sanskrit, right? Then why are you reading from diacritics? Read from the Sanskrit, he said. He was so particular about it. You should read from the Sanskrit. It is really so divine that we are directly touching the transcendence by seeing these verses also, just by seeing. You see how nice the aksharas are so beautifully come together. The beauty of Sanskrit sloka is that not a single letter is left unpronounced. Even if it is half an akshara, it has a way to be pronounced. Right? Even if it is not supposed to be pronounced also, there is a meaning behind that. Right? Now can somebody read it now louder, please? Can somebody, Prabhu? You want to start? Tayaha etaravaruth vimarditayaha beautiful. Klesha vyayaya kalayasita Krishna keshaha. Beautiful. Jatah karishyati jananupalakshya margaha. Karmani chatma mahimo upanibandhanani. Beautiful, Prabhu. This is how the vibration should be. Who else wants to do this? Suretara. Tayaha. There is a visarga in the end. There is a visarga in the end. Ha. Tayaha. When you do the tayaha, you are doing pranayama. When you simply say taya, then your air is not coming out. Do you experience it or not? Tayaha. Air is coming out, no? So the sound should come from Nabhi. See, I don't know that full thing properly, but I heard that all the nerve points join here, and then there is a joining point here, and the Nabhi, and then in our feet it all joins. Right? So by you give exercise, you rejuvenate those points by walking. Right? And then you by eating, rejuvenate, fire is going off. But joining these nerve points are there, no? Whatever pressure point, nerve points, whatever you call it. By chanting from here, you trigger them, you activate them, basically. If you chant loudly, you can have more prasadam. You will feel hungry, really. Because we are not doing so much exercise, but you can chant loudly, you will feel so much hungry. On Nirjala Ekadashi day, you try doing it. Very difficult. Because when you speak from the Nabhi, you will start feeling more hungry. That is a real science there. And not only that, Krishna is there, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Arshataha. He says, no, Vaishwanara fire. He is sitting there, fire, Agni fire is there. So we are getting in touch with him by singing properly. Right? We haven't gone to the meaning also, but so much to understand from these slokas. How much more time we have to spend. So who else wants to start? Oh yeah, Prabhu was doing it, please. Who was doing it? Yeah, Prabhu, you were doing it, no? Now you got it, no? So, imarditayaha. First line you didn't. Tayaha. Yeah, it's dirgha. Dirgha should be pronounced dirgha. Hraswa should be pronounced hraswa. Hraswa means short. Krishna, see, va is dirgha. Su. is hrasva, short. De, long. Va, long. Ya, short. Vasu, deva, ya. Right? So it goes like that. So you have to be very careful. Which one are you reading? You are reading from the Devanagari, right? Right? So there, ayaha only, no? Read from ayaha. Tayaha. Okay, fine. Go to the next one. We will sit with you. Very good. Say Klesha Vyayaya Kalaya Sita Krishna Keshaha. Jatah Karishyati Jananupalakshya Margaha. Chatma. Karma. Very good. Karmani chatma mahimo panibandhanani. Beautiful. Sorry, I made you do it a few times, but yes, anyone else? Tayaha Suretaravaruta Vimardhitayaha. I will tell you one secret. The one who is singing alone can look at and see. All of you close your eyes, you will not miss it at all. By the time we finish, you will know by heart. Yesterday, remember Jainar Hari Prabhu, that Sannyasastu Mahapaho we did? Everybody learned during the class only. They just learned it by heart. All other, if you close your eyes, your ears will hear more attentively. But you don't close. Please go ahead, Prabhu. Klesha Vyayaya Kalaya Sita Krishna Keshaha. Jana. Jatah Karishyati Jananupalakshya Margaha. Karmani chatma mahimo panibandhanani. Yes, Mataji. Mubhume sure taravarutha vimardhitaya. Klesha Vyayaya Kalaya Sita Krishna Keshaha. Jatah Karishyati Jananupalakshya Margaha. Karmani chatma mahimo panibandhanani. Thank you. The second one you read in the fourth type, but it's okay. You will get it easily. Okay, now I stop troubling you, and then we'll go to the word for word meaning. You understood how it is? When we do it nicely, properly, then Krishna will be so pleased with it that everything else will automatically, he will bestow upon us. All the meanings and the capacity to remember it, everything will. Little bit of effort only we should put. This 5-10 minutes, you are not going to become Ambanis and Adanis. You put in something else, you are not going to become those. Tata Birlas, you are not going to become. But you can definitely become pure devotees. If you put that 5 extra minutes into this, little bit more. What do you want to become? Those millionaires and billionaires are pure devotees. We have not come here to become billionaires, have we? We have come here with only one lakshya. That is to become purity in our devotional service, right? That's all we want to. We want to follow, be a sincere servant of Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual masters. And whatever with so much effort they gave, Prabhupada did not write these books to become a millionaire. If that is the case, he would have continued being that pharmacist. So he did all these to create an entire community of beings or people together who have a different approach to life than the normal rat race people that they are doing. Isn't it? We are not behind rat race. When we are doing rat race, we will get into ditch only. We all fall into the blind well. Right? So this is so beautiful. Let's go on. Bhumehe of the entire world. Sura itara, other than godly persons. Varutha, soldiers. Vimarditayaha, distressed by the burden. Klesha, miseries. Vyayaya, for the matter of diminishing. Kalaya, along with his plenary expansion. Sita Krishna, not only beautiful but also black. Keshaha, with such hairs. Jataha, having appeared. Karishyati, would act. Jana, people in general. Anupalakshya, rarely to be seen. Margaha, path. Karmani, activities. Cha, also. Atma Mahima, glories of the Lord Himself. Upanibandhanani, in relation to. Translation and purport by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please repeat. When the world is overburdened by the fighting strength of kings who have no faith in God, the Lord, just to diminish the distress of the world, descends with his plenary portion. The Lord comes in his original form with beautiful black hair, and just to expand his transcendental glories, he acts extraordinarily. No one can properly estimate how great he is. Purport, please hear. This verse is especially describing the appearance of Lord Krishna and his immediate expansion, Lord Baladeva. Both Lord Krishna and Lord Baladeva are one supreme personality of Godhead. The Lord is omnipotent and he expands himself in innumerable forms and energies. And the whole unit is known as the one supreme Brahman. Such extensions of the Lord are divided into two divisions, namely personal and differential. The personal expansions are called the Vishnu Tattvas, and the differential expansions are called the Jiva Tattvas. And in such expansional activity, Lord Baladeva is the first personal expansion of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Vishnu Purana, as well as in the Mahabharata, both Krishna and Baladeva are mentioned as having beautiful black hair. Even in their advanced age, the Lord is called Anupalakshya Margaha, or in still more technical Vedic terms, Avan Manasa Gocharaha, one who is never to be seen or realized by the limited sense perception of the people in general. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.25 it is said by the Lord, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya Yogamaya Samavritaha. In other words, he reserves the right of not being exposed to anyone and everyone. Only the bona fide devotees can know him by his specific symptoms, and out of many such symptoms, one symptom is mentioned here in this verse, that the Lord is Sita Krishna Keshaha, or one who is observed always with beautiful black hair. Both Lord Krishna and Lord Baladeva have such hair on their heads, and thus, even in advanced age, they appeared like young boys 16 years old. That is the particular symptom of the personality of Godhead. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that although he is the oldest personality among all living entities, he always looks like a new youthful boy. That is a characteristic of a spiritual body. The material body is symptomized by birth, death, old age, and diseases. But the spiritual body is conspicuous by the absence of those symptoms. Living entities who reside in the Vaikuntha Lokas in eternal life and bliss have the same type of spiritual body without being affected by any signs of old age. It is described in the Bhagavatam, Canto 6, that the party of Vishnudutas who came to deliver Ajamila from the clutches of the party of Yamaraj appeared like youthful boys, corroborating the description in this verse. It is ascertained that the spiritual bodies in the Vaikuntha Lokas, either of the Lord or the other inhabitants, are completely distinct from the material bodies of this world. Therefore, when the Lord descends from that world to this world, he descends in a spiritual body of Atma Maya or internal potency without any touch of the Bahiranga Maya or external material energy. The allegation that the impersonal Brahman appears in this material world by accepting a material body is quite absurd. Therefore, the Lord, when he comes here, has not a material body but a spiritual body. The impersonal Brahma Jyoti is only the glaring effulgence of the body of the Lord, and there is no difference in quality between the body of the Lord and the impersonal rays of the Lord called Brahma Jyoti. Now the question is, why the Lord, who is omnipotent, comes here to diminish the burden created upon the world by the unscrupulous kingly order? Certainly, the Lord does not need to come here personally for such purposes, but he actually descends to exhibit his transcendental activities in order to encourage his pure devotees who want to enjoy life by chanting the glories of the Lord. I really like this line. It's a beautiful line. This is. In the Bhagavad Gita 9:13-14, it is stated that the Mahatmas, great devotees of the Lord, take pleasure in chanting the activities of the Lord. All Vedic literatures are meant for turning one's attention towards the Lord and his transcendental activities. Thus, the activities of the Lord in his dealings with worldly people create a subject matter for discussion by his pure devotees. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vidamtam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhu परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दीनतारिणं श्री परमानन्दमाधवं श्री चैतन्यमीश्वरं। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाभूतले श्रीमते विष्णुगोस्वामिनिधि नाम्ने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाभूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वती गौरवाणी विचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्तदेशतारिणे। Now this translation, see, when the world is overburdened by the fighting strength of the kings who have no faith in God, the Lord, just to diminish the distress of the world, descends with this plenary portion. This verse talks about Krishna and Balram's appearance in this world. While this is very interesting and important to note that when the world is overburdened by the fighting strength of the kings, Bhume Suretara Varutha Vimardhitayaha. Sura Itara. Sura means good people, saints and sages, suras, demigods, devatas. Itara means who are not devatas. Anyone other than good people are all put in there. So, faithless people, demoniac people, harmful, whatever, all this, exploiting, cheating, everything is put inside this one word. Sura Itara, that's all. Sura, Asura means demons and devatas and asuras. Sura Itara means anyone other than suras. Right? So, suras does not mean only demigods. Anybody who have faith in Krishna is covered in that sura part. So here, that's why Prabhupada is so beautifully explaining this by the fighting strength of kings who have no faith in God. Anybody who do not have faith in God, they come under the Sura Itara category. They don't have to have two long teeth and horn and all those things. They don't have to have all those asuras kind of features. All they have to do is no faith in God, that's all. Right? And this gets into all our system very easily. Many times we also chant, We also go and try to do seva and all that. But when we see some things, sometimes things happen in this world in a way, we expect in a certain way that, oh, this should go this way, nice life should be nice for everybody, like that and all we think and go. But it doesn't happen like that all the time. So our real faith is tested in the unfavorable circumstances. How much more you are going to Krishna with more eagerness and intensity, that is the real test of our faith in Krishna, especially during unfavorable circumstances. Favorable circumstances, everybody will go. Unfavorable circumstances, who will go? That is the pratikul, we say, no? Anukul and pratikul. Anukul part, everybody can easily go. It's like, pratikul is like swimming against the current. Swimming, while you swim against the current, Prabhu's Mataji, you will have to struggle so hard. But even after doing that, you can only move a few inches, correct? You should not get disheartened by it. Bhagavatam is meant to encourage us, not to discourage. This bhakti path is meant to encourage us, to enlighten us and encourage us in bhakti, in our services, not to discourage us, right? So it is very important to know this, especially this during unfavorable circumstances. That is why you see throughout Bhagavatam, every single incident is how devotees behaved in unfavorable circumstances. Is there any place where favorable circumstance devotees are there? Their favorable circumstance, Ambarish Maharaj, you may say, oh, he's a very favorable, he was so equipped with so much wealth, opulence, power, position, everything. But he had so much problem because of Durvasa Muni. Dhruva Maharaj was a son of a king, and he had to be shunted out of the forest. Lord Ram himself, being the son of Dasratha, supreme king, he could not get coronated as king as was originally planned by Dasratha, right? So unfavorable circumstances is the order of the day. That is the norm of the day. Favorable thing, little bit may come here and there for us. That we have to understand in this world, that's what it is going to be. Please don't have any utopian dream that, if I keep chanting keep chanting for so many years, this world will convert into Golok Vrindavan. Krishna will not convert this world into Golok Vrindavan at any cost. Why? Because we will say, Krishna, I will stay here only, I will not come there. He knows our mentality. Krishna, you're nice, no? See, I can offer pizza prasadam, boga to you and take prasadam. I don't know if you will give pizza and pasta in Golok Vrindavan. So all our little attachments will be there. Krishna, if I get thousands of people here, I don't know how many I will have. Krishna will say, you come, you and I will sit and discuss there. I will teach you like how I taught Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. I will teach you Bhagavatam like that when you come to Golok Vrindavan. He will say, Krishna, only one? You and I only one? In material world, I had so many people, I had so many people, it was nice. But if you alone are there and if I am another, there is not so much enjoyment. I want some enjoyment there. So Krishna will say, you are attracted to so much Sangha, I will put you in a place where you will not have any association at all. Go to Saudi Arabia. or in some dead forest somewhere you go. Nobody will be there. If you relish Krishna's association when you are lonely time, you will relish Krishna's association everywhere and all the time. That is why Vivikta Desha Sevitvam is an important quality that is given for devotees to do. Mitabun Vivikta Seva. Eat less and stay in a quiet corner. Have a quiet corner. Both is difficult for us to do. Staying in a quiet corner, we will have to. That's why Maharaj always advised us that, see, devotee association is very important. But how do you qualify to get that devotee association? By behaving, by how you are behaving when you are alone. That's when Krishna will give you association of devotees, of like-minded association of devotees, where you can feel or experience Krishna. Association of devotees is a place where you can experience Krishna. Simple. It can be alone. You may be sitting in a flight and you will be discussing Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavatam. You will experience association. Now we are having the experience. See, here we are having the association of Narad Muni, Brahmaji, because they are the one discussing. And then it is being spoken by Parikshit, Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. And then we have Prabhupada's association. So much association we have just in this one verse. Why don't we take advantage of this? So this faith in God is very, very important. Prabhuji, till what time we should go? How many months? How much time we have? It's time to finish. When we should finish? Tell me. In 2 minutes? 7:50. 54. 50. So 7 minutes we have. In 7 minutes we can do really a lot of bhakti. Don't worry. Sorry, it took some time. See, this faith in God is a very, very important thing. That is why Prabhupada did not say demons. Prabhupada said to those who don't have faith in God. So we have to test ourselves. How much faith do we have? Right? Nurturing our faith continuously in whatever way possible is the way to go near to Krishna. Nurturing our faith. Right? Now we sang the sloka, this verse, with whatever interest and intensity that we had. That is definitely one step closer to increasing our faith in Krishna. When I say this sloka, okay, fine, finish, word for word, finish. When Maharaj used to teach us, Maharaj, when he used to teach us, he will not just go ahead and read the word for word. He will say, close the word for word. You read the verse now, no? Then you look at this verse, word one by one. Bhumehe. Bhumehe means what is? You know, our languages are very close to this. So find out, tick mark those words which are your words in our mother tongue, whether it is Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, Hindi, whatever. Bhumi, all of us know. Then Suretara. Suretara we may not know, but if you split it, you will know. Sura, Itara. Itara means etc. Sura other than, Sura means Devatas. We know that. Then Varuta, we don't know. Okay, you keep it aside. Vimarditayaha, keep it aside. Next line, Klesha, we know. Vyayaya, Klesha Vyaya means diminishing the distress. This is a key word in this sloka. Reducing the burden. That one, no? He comes personally to reduce the burden of the devotees. That is Klesha Vyayaya. Kalaya Sita Krishna Kesha. He is coming personally in his own form. He doesn't have to come. That's what Prabhupada is saying. With all his potency, he can even, that's why Swamsa Vibhnam Swamsa telling. He doesn't have to come personally. See how merciful is Krishna. This shloka is, every single shloka in Bhagavatam will manifest two things in us. One is it will reveal Krishna's causeless mercy, and as a result of realizing Krishna's causeless mercy, the gratitude will sprout in our heart. If these two things come up, no Prabhus, Matajis, we are successful in our study of this sloka, any sloka. These two things should come out. One is realizing Krishna's causeless mercy, and as an outcome of realizing Krishna's causeless mercy, gratitude, kritagnyata, should sprout in our heart for Krishna. That is what Prabhupada is revealing to us. Right? It's overburdened. Overburdened means what? Not because of the population. Because of unscrupulous, duplicitous, hypocritic, demoniac people. That strength is increasing. Bhumi Devi will not slip from its orbit just because population is increasing. That is what these ignorant people are. Prabhupada was very much against it. Man, you have to increase the population of saintly people, then it will, that is the whole purpose of Parikshit Maharaj hearing Bhagavatam. That is the whole purpose of Srila Prabhupada writing, commentary, writing his commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam. Isn't it? And that is the whole purpose of us sitting here and hearing Bhagavatam. Right? That is to increase the saintly qualities within ourselves and increasing and distributing that same thing to whoever comes in touch with us. It's like a magnet. Iron piece comes in touch with magnet, it becomes magnet again. So whoever comes in touch with us, they also become saintly. We have to become like that. That is why these shlokas are very important. Every single shloka, you make sure these two things come out. What are those two things? Realizing the causeless mercy of the Lord and developing gratitude towards the Lord for his causes mercy upon us. Rest of the meaning and all is not really so important. If these two things are there, then we are done. See, overburdened by, see, when Bali Maharaj, when he was, this is a nice beautiful connection from here to Bhagavatam, the Bali Maharaj thing, 8.24, this 8.20.4, remember this sloka. In that sloka he says when he could not fulfill the promise to Vaman Dev, Vaman Dev is asking, where can I put the my third step? Then Bali Maharaj says beautifully, that I don't want to be a liar. Bhumi Devi can tolerate anybody and everybody, but not a liar. So I don't want to become a burden to this Bhumi Devi. This is the lesson we should learn from Bali Maharaj. This burden, we don't want to be a burden to Bhumi Devi. Bhumi Devi is giving so much. We have realized how much merciful Mother Earth is to us, to all of us. Even those who are not devotees, she is giving so much. For devotees, they respect so much more, right? So that is why it is very important to respect Bhumi Devi. And she is overburdened, and when she is overburdened, she goes to Krishna and prays that Krishna, all these liars are there, what can I do? I have to tolerate all of them. Krishna says, why she is saying I am overburdened? Demons are increasing. Okay, one hand she will tolerate the size, but even otherwise also there is a scientific reason why we say is overburdened. Why? Because when demonic people are increasing, what they will do? They will keep coming to the same world only again and again. Right? Yes or no? The idea is for people to come here and the circulation should happen. They should go from here. Like blood circulation, people come and people go back to Golokundavan. More people come, more people go back to Golokundavan. If everybody stays here only, then so much more people will keep coming, and where is the place to stay here? That way also it will be overburdened. Only papi people will be there and nobody will go back. So that is another way of understanding this overburden. Right? Anyway, but she is not bothered about the population number. She is bothered about the number of liars in this world, because that, one bad apple, rotten apple will spoil the whole bunch of apples, isn't it? So like that, the asanga becomes very bad. So overburdened by when the world is overburdened with the fighting strength. Fighting strength means they will easily win over. We see that day in and day out, how the rulers become more and more demoniac. And there is no option. You cannot question them. The temples and the spiritual places, everything is controlled. The money, financial things, and the way the progression should happen, everything is controlled by the Suraitaras. Then how will you do? In Hiranyakashipu's time, how it was there, that is how it would be. So we should understand that part first and see how kind Krishna is. When such a situation is there, he comes himself and he enacts these pastimes so that we can all get benefited by seeing somebody act. You can always tell about a Bhagavata, but unless and until you see a pure devotee like Prabhupada act as a Bhagavata, person Bhagavata, how will you understand the slokas? Right? You read Prabhupada Leelamrita, you can map every incident into some slokas or some qualities of Vaishnavas listed in this in all our shastras, how Prabhupada and all the devotees behave. Right? That is the important thing we should. So Krishna is so merciful that he is coming down personally and giving us this association. So and enacts his pastimes so that by remembering his pastimes we can be in his remembrance. Yat Kirtanam, please recite. This is actually 2nd canto, 4th chapter. With that verse we will try to think. I told you one important line is there, no? A nice line, enjoying, devotees enjoy. This is how they enjoy. 2:4:15. Yat Kirtanam, Yat Smaranam, Yadikshanam, Yat Vandhanam, Yachravanam yadarhanam lokasya sadyo vidhunoti kalmasham tasmai subhadra Shravase namo namaha. Tasmai Subhadra. 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 Shravase namo namaha. So how nice this is, how beautiful these slokas are. Yat kirtanam, whose kirtan? Yat shravanam, yad arhanam, yad vandanam. You are hearing, you are doing puja archan, arhanam. Then you are doing yad vandanam, vandanam you are doing. Then yad shravanam, you are hearing about him. Yad ikshanam, yad ikshanam, yad arhanam. You are seeing the Lord, darshan. Lokasya sadhyo vidhunoti kalmasha. Sadhyo, immediately vidhunoti, all kalmasha, klesha vyayaya, immediately happens. Tasmai Subhadra, that Subhadra, most auspicious Lord's holy names and his palms and pastimes and etc. Namo Namaha, I am praying, offering my obeisances to him. That is how you will realize this point in the last part of the purport in this 2726 purport. Says, actually he descends to exhibit, he actually descends to exhibit his transcendental activities in order to encourage his pure devotees who want to enjoy life by chanting the glories of the Lord. Our aim in life is not to go back to Golok Vrindavan. Please understand. Our aim in life is this. What is that? To enjoy life by chanting the glories of the Lord. How nice it is. There also you will do the same thing. If without this idea you go to Golok Vrindavan, they will kick you out. There so many Jayad Vijayas are there. Our idea is, Prabhupada, see how nicely he is saying, who want to enjoy life. We all want to enjoy life. Everybody wants to enjoy life. See, Prabhupada is really in his elements here. He says, you want to enjoy life? Enjoy life. I am not telling, maja aa gaya. You know, we say, no. When say in Gujarati, kem cho, majama. They say, right? So they say, Ananda majama, they say. You know, you're doing, that is what he is saying. Prabhupada is saying, be majama. What is that? Want to enjoy life by chanting the glories of the Lord. So if we can do this, and here if we can enjoy life by chanting the glories of the Lord, there is no problem at all in going back to Golok, back to Godhead. Stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vishnubhyo Namo Namaha. Sorry, Prabhu's Mataji, I took a little few minutes more, so there won't be any time to ask questions, I guess, or discuss some reflections. We can do that maybe later offline. I know usually here devotees are really eager for discussing. There is a Bhagavatam after Bhagavatam. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.